Today we are going to learn how to conjugate ER and IR verbs. But how about if we review AR verbs? Remember, in order to conjugate verbs, the first step is to drop the AR in this case, and then you add the appropriate ending. O, as, a, amos, an. How about ER and IR verbs? Well, we are going to do the same thing. With a verb like comer, which means to eat, which is an ER verb, you're going to drop the ER and you're going to add the endings o, es, e, hemos, en. For example, yo como, tú comes, usted, él, ella come, nosotros, nosotras comemos, vosotros, vosotras coméis. We only use this one in Spain. Ustedes, ellos, ellas comen. If it's an IR verb, do the same thing. You're going to drop the IR at the ending, so you keep the stem, and then you add the endings o, es, e, imos, en. Yo vivo, tú vives, usted, él, ella vive, nosotros, nosotras vivimos, vosotros, vosotras vivís, this one only in Spain, ustedes, ellos, ellas viven. If you notice, the endings for ER and IR verb are identical except for the nosotros and vosotros form. Since we are not going to use the vosotros form, you need to be careful only in the nosotros form. If it's an ER verb, the ending is hemos. If it's an IR verb, the ending is imos. Okay? Let's review the endings one more time. Endings for ER verbs: o, es, e, hemos, en. Endings for IR verbs: o, es, e, imos, en. It's also helpful to review the meaning of certain verbs. Let's see, ER verbs. Let's see some examples. Comer, to eat. Leer, to read. Beber, to drink. Aprender, to learn. And this is a new one for us, vender, to sell. IR verbs: escribir, to write. Compartir, to share. Vivir, to live. Abrir, to open. Let's see some examples of sentences. Nosotros comemos en la cafetería. We eat in the cafeteria. Los estudiantes aprenden mucho en la clase de español. The students learn a lot in Spanish class. Yo vivo en Dubuque. I live in Dubuque. Mis padres viven en Brasil. My parents live in Brazil. Now, what if we need to express a negative sentence? For example, I don't live in Brazil, or I don't eat in a cafeteria. All you have to do is to follow the same rule we learned before. To form negative sentences in Spanish, you just place no before the verb. For example, Ana no come pizza. What about to ask questions? Well, just like we learned before, you are going to flip the subject and the verb. So in the affirmative form, I would say, we live in Piasta. I would say, nosotros vivimos en Piasta. But when I'm asking a question, I'm going to flip the subject and the verb. Vivimos nosotros en Piasta. Well, I hope that was helpful. How about if we listen to a song in order to help us memorize the endings and understand better ER and IR verbs in the present tense?
Comer, o, es, e, hemos, en. Compartir, o, es, e, imos, en. Comer, o, es, e, hemos, en. Compartir, o, es, e, imos, en. ¿Qué comes? ¿Qué comes? Como pan y cereal. ¿Qué come el chico? Él come salchichas. ¿Qué comen ustedes? Comemos hamburguesas. ¿Qué bebe la chica? Ella bebe limonada. Compartimos la comida. Comparto, compártes, comparten la comida. Comparte, comparte, compartimos la comida. Comparto, compartes, comparten la comida. Comparte, comparte. Comer, O-S-E-M-O-S-N. Compartir, O-S-E-I-M-O-S-N. Comer, O-S-E-M-O-S-N. Compartir.